Mate.
These are bullets all day long. They got the Knight of Pentacles, the stress. He shot himself. There's
The
the
family attorney says the 23-year-old died from a gunshot wound to the head, and the manner of death was suicide.
I don't
This
know what
comes
he
when
used. I know it's a rope involved. I don't know what he used that rope for. Let me see. The secrets. He's taking the secrets with him. You see the secrets? He's not giving y'all the information. Says y'all don't need to know it. You know? He'll go out with the secrets with the high priest there. He might be found on a Wednesday too. Ace of Wands. So I have no doubt in my mind they're gonna find Brian Laundrie, October 2021. I'm telling you, he's still.
Hello, my loves. It's TTNG, Guitar Medium Goddess here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Jessica. Stop what you're doing and like this video. Go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to tell me what you think about what happened in this case in the comments below. And do show your girl some love and share the video. I appreciate every single one of you.
And you.
I love you, boo.
I love you, boo. Hello, Jessica. How are you today? So real quickly, I'm going to go ahead and do a super quick read on Natalee Holloway, the disappearance of Natalee Holloway. You know, she was 18 years old when she disappeared. And I'm looking at my thumbnail. I think it's kind of... It's messed up. I gotta fix that thumbnail. I put the wrong one in. Anyway, yeah, that's supposed to go on top. The disappearance of Natalee Holloway. Anyway, I'm gonna do a quick reading on it just to pull some quick energy. I know her mother recently, Beth Holloway, recently went to Aruba. I know Aruba threatened her, did not actually want her out there because they felt that she was going to cause issues with the tourists, etc. Right? I'm good, thanks, Jessica. I can't see what that says. Hold on. I've been working much. Good. And yeah, and I have not been doing this many lately either. So, but it's nice to see you, love. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to play this quick video for those of you guys who do not know who Natalee Holloway is or was. She this is from 2005. Hold on. That she disappeared. So we're going to play this right here. 3:16. Okay. Well, let's go ahead. 3 minutes long and 16 seconds.
It's been 16 years since Alabama native Natalee Holloway mysteriously went missing during a high school graduation trip to Aruba. And after all these years, we're still asking the same questions. What really happened to Natalee, and who is responsible for her disappearance? Despite the endless media attention and investigation hours poured into this case, a definitive answer of what happened that night has always remained out of reach. The basic facts of the case go like this. Natalee Holloway had a bright future ahead of her. She was a straight-A student who was planning to attend the University of Alabama on a full scholarship, according to NBC. Then in May of 2005, Natalee joined over 100 of her fellow grads on a trip to the Caribbean. According to multiple eyewitnesses, 18-year-old Natalee was spotted leaving a popular night spot with 3 men, Joran van der Sloot, 17 at the time, and 2 brothers, Deepak and Satish Kalpo, who were 21 and 18 respectively. She was never seen again. Both Joran and the Kalpo brothers would go on to paint a murky picture of the night's events, offering different stories and then changing them later. The 3 suspects identified by police, particularly prime suspect Joran, would end up leading the Holloway family and authorities on a wild goose chase filled with twists and turns, lies and misdirections. With no solid evidence, all three suspects were released with no charges, and questions go unanswered. One of the strangest twists to this case is involving a man named John Ludwig, a friend of Yoran. In the Oxygen doc series, The Disappearance of Natalee Holloway, he claimed that Yoran paid him to help get rid of Natalee's body. In 2017, he even led Oxygen investigator Gabriel Madrigal to a site where they would eventually uncover bones. The discovery was shared with Natalee's father, Dave Holloway, and the Holloway's longtime private investigator, TJ Ward, who promptly reported it to law enforcement. 18 months later, the police confirmed through DNA testing that the remains were not Natalee's. TJ recently told E! News what it was like to come across the supposed lead.
Our forensics up in Washington, D.C. came back and said that one of the bones was human. Our forensics asked Beth to give us some DNA, and they gave us DNA. They tried to match, and there was no match.
In 2018, John Ludwig died after being stabbed by a woman he was allegedly attempting to kidnap, according to Tampa Bay Times. 7 people have been arrested, though none have been charged. Yoran would flee to Peru and eventually face punishment for the murder of a different young woman named Stephanie Flores. According to his confession to police, he killed her after she found articles linking him to Natalee's disappearance. He is currently serving a 28-year prison sentence in Peru. The Calvo brothers are free and continue to deny any wrongdoing. Natalee's parents, Beth and Dave, who are divorced, spent years traveling to Aruba to find leads. But after a series of dead ends, they're slowly refocusing on their own lives. The case remains open. Natalee was formally declared deceased in 2012. While we still don't know exactly what happened the night she disappeared, her family hopes that someday the truth will...
All right, and now we're gonna go real quickly. This is a quick 2-minute video where this is from 5 days ago, Inside Edition. And Natalee's mother, Beth Holloway, goes back to Aruba.
She has returned to Aruba, the Caribbean island where her daughter Natalee disappeared 17 years ago on spring break. With Beth is TV personality Nancy Grace, and police in Aruba want to know what they're up to.
We weren't filming.
It looks like you guys have a run-in with the authorities right there at the hotel.
I would call it more than a run-in. That's not a brush with the law. They wanted to arrest us. They wanted to arrest Natalee Holloway's mother.
Why do you think that is?
They don't want any bad PR, public relations, about Aruba. Summer is coming up. It's spring break right now. They want to welcome everybody in.
Nancy Grace and Beth are working together on a TV series, A Natalee Holloway Investigation, now airing on Fox Nation.
I can see how small it is. They should have had this solved in literally 24 hours.
Natalee Holloway, a wholesome Alabama teen, disappeared while on spring break with her high school class in 2005. Her body has never been found. The chief suspect in the case remains Joran Vandersloot, a local party boy.
A predator who preyed on American teenage girls, Joran Vandersloot, may he rot in hell.
After all these years, how flabbergasting is it to you that they were unable to solve this crime?
I'm not flabbergasted. I'm embarrassed that law enforcement did not do their duty. They did not put Joran Vandersloot behind bars for murder.
Vandersloot is currently in prison in Peru, convicted for the murder of a 21-year-old woman in a hotel room. Nancy and Beth's investigation ended with new information on the timeline of Natalee's death.
I just fell to my knee.
No closure, perhaps, but Beth says she has found peace.
Natalee was with God, and that her Heavenly Father wrapped his loving arms around her, and he cared for her through whatever ordeal she encountered that night.
Joran Vandersloot has never been charged in connection with Natalee's disappearance. All episodes of A Natalee Holloway Investigation are now streaming on Fox Nation.
All right, guys, tell me, do you feel like this guy is involved with, he's involved with her disappearance or her possible death? Do you feel that? Do you agree with Nancy Grace when she said that law enforcement didn't do their job? Right? I'm going to tell you guys what I heard. Hold on. I can't believe they were free. Yeah. I pray the mom gets answers. Yes, right. I feel like these mothers deserve answers during their lifetime. I also think about, the Springfield 3 case where Janice McCall, she still doesn't have answers on her daughter, Stacy McCall, and what happened, and the Millbrook twins, the mother, Louise Sturgis, she does not have answers for Danette and Jeanette Millbrook, who went missing daggone 31 years ago, right? And I feel like they deserve that closure before they pass on. So may all these family members get the closure that they deserve. Let me put something up on the screen real quick. All right. So we're talking about Natalee. So there we go. He's used to killing people. This is crazy. Isn't it crazy? Yeah. And I guess when he got away with it the first time, right? If you want to say he got away with it, then it made it easy on him to do it again. They should have tried to charge him again. Yeah. I wonder did they say how many years he got? I don't remember hearing that just now. Or did I hear 28 years? I forget if they said how long. Starla says, that is such a beautiful name. Wonder who is really calling the big shots on this. Don't feel it's Joran. You know what? You're probably right on that. I didn't think about that, but I think you have a point. Jessica says, right, but what is the mastermind? But what if he is the mastermind? He seems so cold. Yeah. Jessica, yes. And maybe more. It can be a ring. Yeah. I agree. Law enforcement didn't do their job. Yes, 100% on both. Okay, got you, Terry. How are you doing, Terry? Starla says, feels like some top-notch officials over there running a human trafficking ring. Yep. Joran is their puppet. Yep. You know what? You have an excellent point. Jessica says, that's why I don't travel. It is so scary not knowing your surroundings. Yeah, guys. And imagine how bad you feel to tell your child no because you care about their safety. And they're like, I'm sure it was hard enough for Beth Holloway to allow her daughter to go, and she had faith, and now this is what happens. 25 years. Wow. Yep. So, wow, he got 25 years. So it would be good if they could charge him for another so he can get another. He needs life, right? If he's involved in this. All right. So let me tell you guys quickly what I heard. Pulling it up. I think I heard this earlier today for Natalee. Guys, I don't know if this one is correct or not, but it could be even something that sounds like it, right? Because when you don't always hear it 100% because it's traveling through spirit to you in the physical, you're hearing it. So it's like a difference in the exchange, but something like Casimir, something like that. I don't know. So if Beth Holloway listens to this and wants to go ahead, I understand that she's probably heard from a lot of different psychics with a lot of different thoughts on what could have possibly happened to Natalee. But like I said, if you check my accuracy playlist, it's a reason to have hope and faith in me. Though I can't always be right. I really, I have a high accuracy rate. The playlist shows for itself, right? Even the intro. So it wouldn't hurt looking into, but I think I looked that up and I didn't see anything. Kesmar. It might not be spelled like this. I'm trying to spell what I hear, something with that type of sound to it. Kesmar, or whatever. And I don't know, like I said, that could be a person, place. It could be a lake, which they don't need lakes. They have whole oceans there because it's an island, right? But it could be a bar. It could be anything. Kesmar. All right. So another thing that I was hearing was there's no trespassing signs wherever she is or wherever she was put. There's some no trespassing signs, which would kind of probably make sense in a way why she might not have been found. Although, you know, when it's time to search for somebody that's missing, I'm sure all those rules get broken, but they definitely want to pay attention to wherever there's some no trespassing signs. That one was definitely a high energy for no trespassing signs. Under a rock, but still in water, right? Which is crazy to me, because if you kind of think about how it's set up, I'm picturing the island and the ocean waves, like when it's a body blow away after a certain amount of time. You know, I don't, you guys figure this stuff out, put the clues together. But originally, I seen her being put, or there's an energy, it's more of a feeling of her being put in the water, but underneath something, like a rock underneath something, to kind of hold her still, right? So I don't know, after a certain amount of time, is the body still there, or did it kind of just flow away? I don't know. And I heard shut up, like he was saying shut up, whoever was involved, and hands around the neck. I believe kind of possibly the feet might have been tied, or that area, right? All right, so let me see what's going on in the chat, and then I'll try to pull some cards to see what else I see. Don't think Jaren is willing to risk his family lives for the truth. Great point. Laura, she hears Kashmir, something like that. I don't know what that is. You can try to, like, Casmore. It's more like Casmore. Like, all right. So the way it sounds to me, not to say it's spelled like this, because it could be spelled totally different. But how I'm spelling it in my head, this isn't intuitive. This is just me spelling it. What I'm hearing, Kesmar, it could be spelled a different way, or it could be something that sounds close to that word. But I looked online, I didn't see anything called that, so I don't know. But a lot of you guys are better researchers than me, so you might go on there and find it. Weights attached. Wow. You feel weights attached to the legs? Yeah, I feel something around the legs. You felt weights, or was it a weights attached to the body or the legs, Darla? They really need to get the behind speed out of them. You know, I heard shut up. Maybe I'll do a deeper read. My friend Betty, she did a read on Natalee. Guys, I don't know how I messed up this thumbnail. Natalee Holloway, the 2005 disappearance of. Lord, that's supposed to be on top. I know that's the least of our worries, guys, this thumbnail thing, but you know. It's just looking me in the eyes right now. So Starla says, taken by boat, tossed into the ocean, and weights attached. That could possibly be too. I mean, taken by boat, tossed into the ocean. I mean, it's so easy to kind of get, I would think, to kind of get rid of people in that type of demographic area. It's nothing but water around there. Legs. Yeah, the legs. Yeah, the legs were bound. They got some nerve. Starla sounds about right. I agree. Right, Marie? Mm-hmm. Google Me says Kesmar is a musician. Okay. I never heard the name before. That's cool. Jessica says, why they never searched the oceans. I know. Did they ever search the oceans, guys? I don't think anyone searched the oceans. I'm gonna get Aruba on the screen so people who are not familiar with the area will see kind of how it looks. Hold on. Let me go to Google Earth. So, like I was saying, my friend Betty, she did a reading on this, but I haven't even watched her reading yet or what she had to say. maybe her and I will do a collab on this in the future, but let's see. All right, so let me get us off the screen and put Google Earth on the screen. I would love for her to find her. What I know in this case is this is not a case where she's cremated. There's no sense whatsoever of anything like that. So her body is definitely still out there somewhere. Oh, Google Earth doesn't want to cooperate. Great. Or my laptop, whatever it is. All right, let me try to get it up on another screen. Hold on. Aruba. All right, so let's see. Share this tab instead. So you see the island, it's nothing like once you're right here, everything goes off. But then again, look at the waters. They're so clear, like you would be able to see something. To me, I felt like she's like under a rock or something. Because with this type of watercolor, it's so beautiful. You could kind of see a body almost immediately, couldn't you? I mean, so unless it's what Starla said, which is them putting her in a boat and getting rid of her like that. The other thing would be in the water underneath a rock somewhere as well. So this case is stressful because it's been so many years. All right, let me check out the comments and then we'll get off here. Oh, Laura said they searched the ocean and everywhere. Laura, you know about all these cases, huh? Laura knows about all of these cases. You should be I could picture you doing a lot for missing people. Usually someone that cares so much had lost somebody or, one of their family members became missing. Have you ever experienced something like this, a tragedy like this, Laura? You might have told me before and I forgot. Starla says some of these officials may actually work and own many of these hotels. Yeah, that's true. Terry brought up a good point. I tried to click on it, but it brushed away. Maybe in a cave that gets flooded during certain times of a year. Oh, wow. That would kind of make sense, too, with the rock and the waters, right? Hello, pink butterfly. How are you, beautiful? All right, Starla says, yes, a small part of her remains is possibly stuck under a rock. Should be enough to identify her. I would love for her to be found. Danielle, hello. I have been following this case since I was young and heard about it all over the news. I knew everything about this case, just don't know where her body is. Yeah. I wonder, we could press on with doing more reads on this case and see if we could finally put something together. I feel her mother deserves this closure. She really wants it. She really needs it. And her dad, they checked a lot of caves out there years ago. Oh, wow. I watched it on TV for many days. Yeah, I remember her name. It was just always, because look, I wasn't even focused too much on the case, but just because, I don't know, just wasn't really focused on the case. I wasn't really, it's just the name. You heard it so much that it's a name that you'll never forget. Anytime you turned on the TV, right? That somebody, Natalee Holloway, she was big. They really wanted to get to the bottom of this, and unfortunately, they did not. And I feel like this is one of those cases that if people, I'm getting chills because it's true, come together again, it'll be closure there. The answers will come out, right? There's so many cases. It's 20, 30, 40 years later, they get solved. I believe this one could be one of them. Her mom sure does. Yeah, she does deserve it. I know, I pray for her mother all the time. So sad her mother was just out there again last month. Yep, I did play that video of her being out there last month. And wow, her daughter looked just like her. They were so gorgeous, right? I can't imagine her pain. I cannot imagine her pain. Starla says, let's all just keep praying on it. Yeah, guys, let's keep praying on this case, okay? Once again, Starla threw out some places or, certain things that it could have possibly come out in this case. I think a couple other people did. I told you guys the energy that I felt, and hopefully we'll keep putting the clues together until, one day this is solved in this lifetime and before her mother and father passes. Y'all have a blessed day. Talk to you later.